let's just be honest that I have learned that making a vlog is never gonna be my favorite thing. Talking to a camera and pretending that I'm with you guys in person is not as easy as it seems, especially when we're talking about real things. And the first thing I want you to know is that the pain of your story doesn't go away. The healing takes over, but you don't forget what you've been through and you don't forget the hurts that you've experienced. The hope just gets way bigger than any of the hurts. And so in my story, there's been a lot of hurt. I shared with you in our little segment that my dad wasn't around when I was young, and then I had a dad that chose me and came and raised me, but him and my mom didn't have the best relationship, and so I went through divorce with who I knew as dad when I was young, and then my mom tried, but she had a hard time too, and I was ferociously stubborn, in part because I wanted the world to know that I was worth something. I really wanted to feel like I was valued, and when you don't feel like you get that from other people, you fight hard to make a name for yourself. And it wasn't until I learned that God called me by name, that he knew me, that he loved me, and that it wasn't that no one wanted me. It was that he was trying to keep me safe and keep me away from situations that were going to be hurtful. And that's why people kept leaving my life, is because he kept rescuing me and pulling me close to him. And I finally gave in when I was like 20 or so and got married and had 3 sons. They're incredible. They're old now, 20, 17, and 14. And I love them. But when they were young, I found myself as a single mom. And I did not know how to do life with all those kids by myself. And then I realized I wasn't by myself, and that God loved those boys way more than I did. And we began to parent together, God and I, to the point where I would pray for food, and I would pray how to raise them, and I would pray what they need, and I would pray how to talk to them. And God helped me through it all, and they're turning out great. It's a miracle. And in that process, I met an incredible man who was terrified to be a dad, and he fell in love with all 4 of us, and we now have 2 more kids. And so I have 5 kids, and my ministry is with Young Life, and I live and breathe to tell you that God has a hope and a plan and a future. And it might not look like everybody else's because it's not supposed to. You're one of a kind, and so the call is a one of a kind. The healing is one of a kind. But here's what I know, is God is good, and he is for you, and he is with you, but he is a gentleman, and he will only come as close to your life as you let him. So this whole camp experience is about wondering if you'll let him. Just like when we wait our whole life to hear our little kids call out our name, God's waited your whole life for you to call out his. It's never too late. You're never too far gone. And I promise he will never leave you. He will never forsake you. I'm so glad I said yes. I hope you will too. Really, truly, 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 you're doing a great job. You're a good parent. And those kids, they're lucky to have you.